Pancake day is just around the corner.
What?
And of course, for pancake day, we make pancakes. But in my house, I make waffles. And Belgian waffles at that. Because I think the standard waffles are kind of dry, kind of boring, needs toppings just to make it. Now, Belgian waffles, it needs nothing and it's still amazing. And I'm gonna show you today how to make it. Let's go. Alright, so to begin, into a bowl we need to add 1.5 teaspoons of dry active yeast, 2 teaspoons of white sugar, 1/4 cup and 2 tablespoons of milk. The milk needs to be lukewarm, so what you need to do is put the milk into a pan, warm it until it's lukewarm, and then pour that milk into the same bowl with the yeast and sugar. Mix it for about 30 seconds to a minute. Once we've mixed it, we need to put a tablecloth over the bowl and put the bowl into a warm place and leave for about 15 to 20 minutes. We're gonna wait until we see a type of froth, bubbles forming on top of the mix. Once we see that, it's ready to go. Now your wet mix has been waiting for about 15-20 minutes and you start to see the froth on top. We're gonna add 3 more ingredients into this mix. The first is gonna be 1/2 cup of melted butter, unsalted, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1.5 eggs. When I say 1.5, I mean 1 full egg and then 1 egg yolk. And we're gonna mix very generously, mix for about 30 seconds to a minute. Just make sure it's all incorporated. And we're gonna put our wet mix to the side just for a moment. Into a separate bowl now, we're gonna add 1.5 cups of flour and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And we're gonna mix that and then put a small well in the middle of the flour. Get your wet mix and bit by bit, pour your wet mix into the flour and just mix it up. We're gonna keep mixing, and we're gonna turn this into a dough ball. Once it's turned into a dough ball and it's all mixed and incorporated properly, make sure you mix this all the way, because once it's mixed fully, everything in the bowl should be stuck together. Okay, so that's when you know it's been mixed properly. When everything is stuck, there's nothing on the sides, you can really see everything has been incorporated. We're gonna leave that in the bowl and we're gonna put a towel over the top just like we did the first time, and we're gonna put this into a warm place and we're gonna leave it for about 30 to 45 minutes. Mine wasn't rising quick enough, so I've just put it in front of the oven on 80 degrees Celsius so it can receive a little heat. This should help it. You wanna see this dough rise. That's the main thing right here. It needs to rise. So we need to leave it for about 30-40 minutes to make sure it does that. Now once our dough ball / soft dough has risen, we're gonna add a 3/4 cup of pearl sugar. Now pearl sugar you cannot buy in the stores, you need to buy this online. It's not the same as cubed sugar, so if you're thinking about using that, you won't get the same results. So just buy a batch online and you won't regret it. So we're gonna add the pearl sugar, and once the pearl sugar is in, we're gonna keep mixing until it's all incorporated again. And once that's mixed, we're ready to start cooking. We need to grab our waffle maker and we need to make sure the temperature is just below medium. We don't want it to be too hot, so it's gonna burn our waffle. We want our waffles to be cooked in the inside and nice and golden on the outside. So make sure it's just below medium. What I do for the waffles to make sure I get the right size each time is to use an ice cream scoop. So I will just scoop 1 heap of mixture and put that in the center of the waffle maker, close the waffle maker, turn, and leave to cook for about 5 minutes. Of course, you want to check as you're cooking, but the cooking time is usually about 5 to 6 minutes. So all you need to do from here is cook your waffles piece by piece and stack them nice and high, baby. Stack them right to the ceiling, man. Maybe you can pour some syrup on there, but I would suggest not to. Once you've cooked all your waffles, the most important part, the taste test. My favorite part. Let's go, baby. Cooked to perfection. See if I can show you the sugar inside. Let's pull it. Just get the sugar. That's what pearl sugar does. It doesn't really melt as fast as normal sugar. So you can still get that sugar consistency. Nice. Really nice. Much better than pancakes. sugar here. Look, you can see some inside here. You can see. It's all good, man. Much better than pancakes. You need to give it a try. It's well worth it. Let's go. So it's just that simple. Just to make Belgian waffles, all you need is those ingredients, and it's not even much of those ingredients. The most that you need is flour, you know, and obviously pearl sugar as well, which you have to get online, and the waffle maker, which you have to get online, or possibly go Currys or something like that. I'm not sure if Currys sell it, so don't quote me on that one. I would say online, but it's that simple. I would challenge you to make it at home yourself, and you'll see a lot of people that do street food making waffles exactly the same as those ones. You know, it racked my mind for how long and how to make these waffles, and then eventually I figured it out and I'm sharing it with you today. So if you're happy with this video and you feel like it's brought you some value, please like and subscribe. That would really help me a lot. Want more of this, man. Moreish these are. Yeah. Yeah. Had to be done, man. Had to come back for more. Let's go, baby.